how to deal with negative people, how to stay strong during adversity. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways that you can support yourself in staying happy, keeping a good state of mind or a high vibration if you feel that you have negative people around you. First of all, here is a quick intro. Welcome back. So as I say, today's video is 3 ways to support you dealing with negative people. If you feel that you have to spend time with somebody that can be particularly negative, these are 3 ways that are going to support you in staying in a high vibration, staying in a state of mind that serves you and them. And always remember when it comes to this, I think so many people want to try and change other people, but we cannot change anybody else. It is only up to an individual to decide that they want to change, they want to grow, they want to develop. And then of course we can support them in doing that, but it's only ever up to the individual that wants to change. So never try to force change on anybody else. It doesn't work. It causes even more resistance. But tip number 1 to support and help you if you are around negativity, and let me preempt these tips by saying always try to monitor the amount of time you are spending in negativity. Some people say no, do not surround yourself with any negative people, and personally for me, I know that I've said some negative things. I've had negative moments, been a mood hoover at times, and if people had cut me out, I wouldn't have been able to learn, grow, be open to this world of mindset and personal development. So I never say cut people out, but be very aware of your time. Who are you spending time with? Now, sometimes it might be family members or people who are close to us. So again, remember, do not try to force change on anybody else. Be the difference that you want to make. You can change a relationship. You can change a situation by being the difference that we want to make. Changing ourselves, changing within, internally, creates external change as well. So tip number 1 is to learn to stay calm. Learn to keep a calm mind. Calm yourself. By staying calm, by feeling more at peace within yourself, you are much more likely to choose how you respond rather than reacting to a situation. Especially sometimes when it's people that are close to us, it's very easy to react. And before we know it, we're saying things that we don't really mean. And it's causing situations that we don't really want. So number 1, calm your mind. Learn to lead with love. Pause, breathe, take a moment if you need to, and then choose how you respond instead of reacting to a situation. And if you find that it's really frustrating you, it's bringing a lot of emotion internally, there's something known as an emotional charge. If you're feeling that emotional charge in a situation, then it's a probability that you need to do some work internally as well. When we feel heightened emotion about something and we're not able to allow it to be around us without feeling the need to react to it, then we need to do some work inside as well. So always keep working on ourselves, and remember, calm mind. Choose a response. Do not fight. Do not react. It doesn't work. It doesn't serve anybody. Tip number 2 is to remember, and I just realized that this rhymes. Tip number 2, it's not about you. It's not about you. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, we can make mistakes. We can get things wrong at times. We don't always act as our best selves. So don't get me wrong. I do believe that we need to take ownership. We need to lead our lives in a way from kindness, from love, from learning, from acknowledging and taking total responsibility for who we are. But if you have somebody that is repeatedly being negative to you, or perhaps you may perceive it as being horrible to you, you need to remember that more often than not, it is not about you. It is not about you. I know that even fairly recently, I've had some people that have said some not particularly nice things about me and have acted in a way that I just didn't understand, to be totally honest, especially given the connection or friendship I thought we had had previously. So understanding that I can't change other people, I can only look at my behavior, look at what I've done, look and see, have I come from good intent? Have I been pure here? Am I acknowledging myself? Am I taking responsibility for how I'm showing up in these moments? And then to remember that it's not about me. It's not about you. More often than not, when people are angry or frustrated, a lot of the time, they are in other areas of their life too. It's perhaps a conditioned response, thought process, way of being because of something that's happened to them in the past. And you'll notice there's somebody who, as I say, was saying some not very nice things about me. But I know even during our friendship, how often I would hear her doing similar about other people. So remember, it's not about you. It's about what's going on within themselves. How we act, how we behave, what we do directly shows what's happening internally. So remember, it is not about you. Yes, take responsibility for yourself. Yes, show up with kindness, show up with love, acknowledge mistakes, take responsibility, and yet also choose to live your life. Do not allow other people's negativity to knock and dent you, especially when the majority of the time it's not about you. It's not about you. So let it go. When you start to feel it's not my problem, what's happened to them in the past, what's going on in their mind, are they okay? When you start looking at it from that perspective, a bigger perspective rather than the tunnel vision, what have I done wrong? Why is this about me? It starts to change the dynamic. Sometimes you might even be able to approach the person and ask, have the conversation. Maybe they're not ready for that. Maybe you might provoke a life-changing conversation about something that actually is really hard within someone's mind. You never ever know. But more often than not, remember, it is not about you. And last but not least, tip number 3. This is one of my favorite tips to be able to support you with any mindset moment, but in particular with dealing with negative people. And that is to shift your focus, Now, if that is happening directly around you, perhaps you can excuse yourself from the space, even if it might be just excusing yourself to go to the toilet, but being able to get out of that situation so you can do tip number 1, calm, choose your response. If it's somewhere, perhaps something's happened while you were out and about, have you ever noticed that more often than not, when something happens, a negative moment, we allow ourselves to dwell on it or we think about it through the day? Sometimes we even allow it to knock on into our home lives and we start talking about it with our families. It doesn't serve anybody. It doesn't help. So shift your focus, change your focus. What are you thinking about? What are you giving energy to? Where we put our focus is what shows up for us. What you focus on expands. So don't allow yourself to lower that vibration or to change your state of mind into a negative one by being so immersed and so focused and giving energy to the negativity that is around you. We always have the ability to choose, even when it feels hard, choose what we are focusing on. And by allowing ourselves to take charge of what we are putting our focus onto, then we start to create how we feel. We start to create what we do. If we focus on the negativity, we will keep experiencing that. You're more likely to think about it more and more. Probably more negativity will show up for you. But if you're able to change your focus, even if it's watching a TikTok video or a YouTube video, or just thinking back to an amazing time in your life, there's so many ways and so many different things that you can change your focus to. I talk about gratitude a lot. That's a very powerful thing to shift your focus to. But change your focus. And when you start to gain that awareness of always knowing what you are choosing to focus on and not allowing yourself to be caught up in the energy of negativity, then you will be able to protect your state of mind. You will be able to stay strong, stay more fulfilled, not allow negativity to affect you. And how pretty awesome does that sound? Not allowing negativity to affect you. It's a choice. And by calming your mind, being careful and monitoring the amount of time that you're in that space, shifting your focus and remembering that it's not about you, then you can start to live a happier life and not allow that negativity to even enter your wonderful vortex. That is it from me today, but please do remember, if you are not already, hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it for your regular videos on inspiration, education, and motivation. Yes, that's right, regular, not daily. I am making the choice that I am going to be doing 3 videos a week. 3 videos a week, much better quality, much better information within each video, and more fun to watch and interact with. There's going to be a lot more entertainment coming up as well. So 3 times a week. Do hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it, and I will see you on the next video. Let's rise together.